I'm out here in Ashland, near where my son lives, and there's a field next door. I don't know if it was a park at one point, but there's some big trees out here, railroad track over that way. Anyway, dug down by this big tree over here and found this. Haven't pulled them out yet, but look, somebody lost their set of keys here. Don't look like they're too old, but I'm gonna pull them out here and see how many keys we have. A whole bunch. So maybe somebody that lives over here by where my son lives, their entire key set. That's pretty awesome. All right, well, I found a lot of keys, and I found some old ones. These don't look very old, but boy, I just found the biggest set of keys I found. So found I guess we'd call it a key spill. Anyway, I'll take it. Well, I just had a kind of an interesting find. The houses I'm in the middle of are mostly from about the 20s, I think, but I just found a nail. Well, that's no big deal, except it's a square nail. As you can see, it's definitely a square nail, which means it was made by a blacksmith, means it's pretty old. So not really that far down, so there must have been a older building around here somewhere. So that's kind of an exciting find. I did find the oldest thing I found, as far as I know, was a 20s buffalo nickel here. So that's kind of an interesting find. We'll see what else I can pull out of here. Well, I finally got a decent signal, and I actually found a coin. I don't know how old it is. It's right there, pretty green looking, so I don't even know what kind it is. It looks like nickel size, maybe. Let's take a look at it. Oh no, it's a wheat penny. For some reason I thought it was the size of a nickel, but that is definitely a wheat penny. So let me clean it up and we'll find out how old it is, but pretty nice looking. All right, I'll take it. All right, so I tried to clean it up a little bit, and with my eyes, and used a magnifier and a light. I think it's a 1928 S wheat penny. So sometimes I forget to look for the mint mark, but then I also drop them. But anyway, haven't found too much today. Just out wandering around this little strip by these two houses that I looked at, and I found a old wheel weight for a car, and I found a square nail, which is pretty bizarre, and also this wheat penny. So not a total loss today. Hopefully I'll find at least one more before I head home. Okay, I got another decent signal, and I thought for sure it was gonna be maybe some foil or something, but there's like a dog tag or something down in there. I think you can see it. I just about put my shovel right on top of it, trying to get it out of there. You can see it, kind of the dirt right there, sliced. It was right there. So let's take a look at it. Some kind of looks like a dog tag. Well, actually, it says something about a coat. Genuine Roth. Maybe you can see it better than me. Roth Moot coat. That's weird. Oh, check out the back. Oh my God, that is cool. Looks like a little Scotty dog. So I'll have to do some research on this, but wow, that's pretty cool. It's probably gonna be my last dig of the day. Gotta get home, but so I found that wheat penny, a wheel weight, square nail, and now this. So I'll do some research on it and see if I can figure out what it is. Pretty awesome. Well, I just had an interesting find. It was rolled all the way up into a ball. All I could see was this round part of it, and then I unfolded it, and it's an old toothpaste from 1950s called Super Amident, fluoride aminated, I believe it says, anti-enzyme or something like that. Um, Anyway, an old toothpaste tube from the 50s, so that's pretty cool. It's been laying here about 4 inches down for about 70 years. So, well, I'm 60 and I was born in 62, so been here longer than me. I'm sure that they bought it in the 50s and used it in the 50s. So anyway, kind of a cool, identifiable piece of history. So I got permission to dig by this big old oak tree right by these houses over here. I have permission for the house up on the hill there, but I walked by this on a walk the other day with my wife, and I saw this tree, and I thought, I bet there's something good by that old oak tree. Well, this is my very first hole I dug. Really good signal. I thought I couldn't find it at first. I thought it was just right on the surface, but it turned out it was underneath. I just barely flipped it. It was right down here, and I flipped it, and there out came this toy gun. I haven't really looked at it, see how old it is, but it is cool as heck. It's all complete. It says Tex on that side. There's like a bowl, I believe, on there. But anyway, I'll try to clean it up and find out what brand it is and see what the age is. Excuse my voice, I got a little frog in my throat. But anyway, really cool start to this day. So I'm really happy. That's my best toy gun I've found. It's complete. So anyway, awesome. Did a little research. It's the Hubley Toy Company. They made all kinds of toys. I believe this is from the 50s and 60s. The house that's right up on the hill here is from 1950, so that's about the time period. So this is probably from the 50s or 60s. So really good way to start my day. So I'm hoping I'll find some, maybe some coins from the 60s that are or 50s that are silver, but I'll take this toy gun all day long. So pretty awesome first find. On to the next. I started detecting at this 1950 house just above where I found that toy gun. First hole I dug, I got a penny in the hole, I believe. As you can see, that was about 4 or 5 inches deep. It popped out right about there exactly. It must have been in this part of the plug over here. Then it popped out right here. It's a penny. I don't know what kind of penny. Oh, look, I think I see the 1 cent right there. Yep, it is a wheat penny. I'll try to clean it up and find out a date on it. But very first hole today, I found that toy gun, and the very first hole in this yard, I found a wheat penny. So that's a good start to my day. Well, I cleaned it up as best I could. I looked at it, and I could see the 19 and the 4. So it's a 1940s. I'm not sure what the last date is. I'll have to clean it up when I get home, some pencils. But anyway, I'm into the 40s over at this 1950 house, so that's a good sign. So maybe I can find a mercury dime or something like that. So let's cover this hole up and look for some more. Another pretty good signal, another coin in the hole. I haven't even touched it yet. This is exactly where it landed. So let's get it out together here and see. It looks like a penny. Last one I thought was going to be a memorial, and it ended up being a wheat penny. So pretty crusty. So let me clean it up and see if I can find out what it is. Even brushing it, I wasn't able to see it. I almost can see it in the monitor there. It looks like 57 or 47. I'm not sure, but it's definitely a wheat penny. It's got the 1 cent on the back. So that's 2 wheat pennies in 2 holes dug in this yard. So I'm getting pretty happy. I think I'm going to have a chance at least a silver, maybe a rosy or silver quarter, or even possibly a mercury. So far staying in the 40s at this 1950 house, so that's making me feel good. So I'm always trying to go back in time when I find coins. The older the better. This one's back to the days of Woodstock and that kind of thing, but it's also from another country. So I went to a different country today. It's like a 1969 Canadian cent. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, that was right on top in this grass here, like right there below that grass, just barely in the dirt. Anyway, I'll take it. At least it's almost as old as me. Okay, I just got another coin signal, and sure enough, it is a coin right there. I don't know what it is yet. It looks like probably a penny. It's about 3-4 inches down. Pluck it out here. It's kind of beat up. Definitely a penny, and it is a memorial. Too bad. It's about the same depth as the wheat pennies have been, but it's a memorial penny. Anyway, I'm a penny richer. Well, I got another high tone. It was a dime signal, at least as far as I know. And it is a dime. I don't think it's an older dime because it doesn't look like it's silver. Definitely can see Roosevelt on there. This definitely doesn't look like it's coming out silver. I'll spray it down and see if I can get a date off of it. Well, I got another high tone. It was a dime signal, at least as far as I know. And it is a dime. I don't think it's an older dime because it doesn't look like it's silver. Definitely can see Roosevelt on there. This definitely doesn't look like it's coming out silver. I'll spray it down and see if I can get a date off of it. Well, I think I'm heading in the wrong direction. I mean, the monetary value, I guess, is a little bit more since it's a dime, but I was hoping for more of the Roosevelt from 64 and before variety. This is 2014, so anyway, a good year, I guess. I'll see if I can find something interesting. Just flipped it over and I saw this part of it. You can see there's a hook there, so it's some kind of something that hung on something. I don't know if it's a dog tag or what, but let's get it out of here. It's like an oval. Looks like I caught it with my shovel. And what does that say? Can't read it. Let me clean it up. Almost looks like there's a dog bone on there or something. So spoiled rotten, I think it says. So let me clean it up a little bit and we'll take a look at it. Pretty cool little piece. It doesn't seem to have anything on the back where I scratched the heck out of it, but luckily I didn't hit it too hard. I don't see anything there, but looks like it was a tag on probably a little dog bone on there, and it says spoiled rotten. Pretty cool little piece, so I'll take it. I'm not sure how old it is, but still pretty cool. Okay, well, I got another coin signal about, maybe 5 or 6 inches down. There's the coin. It's got a bunch of crud on that side of it, so it looks like penny size again. Get her out here in the sunlight. Look at that, how thick it is because of the dirt. Oh, look at that. It is a wheat penny for sure. That's a 1 cent. I see it right there. All right, well, I'll get back to you. I'll clean it up and find out how old it is. That's my third one today. I think I'm approaching a record for one day. Staying with the time period I've been finding there, believe all 3 wheat pennies have been in the 40s. This is, I believe, in 1945. Real hard to see. When I get home, I'm going to check all of them, but I believe this is a 1945. I don't know about a mint mark. It's really needs some cleaning. But anyway, that's my third wheat penny for the day. Got that Canadian coin from '69, and then that toy gun earlier down across the street there. So, and I found, I think, about 38 cents in clad coins. So anyway, having a decent day. All right, I found a coin here. I believe it was about 6 inches down, quite a ways down that hole, and it was right at the bottom of this plug. So I did a pretty good pinpointing job, which I've been trying to work on. It's right there in the dirt. It's kind of a green looking coin, but I almost think it's a memorial. It sure is. Wow, that was way down. Not too far from here, I found 3 coins from the 40s, but this one is definitely not going to be from the 40s, but sure was a long ways down for a memorial. Oh well. I got a nickel signal and dug all over the place, couldn't find it. It fell out over here, so I don't know what this is, but it definitely looks like a nickel size. Let me clean it up and I'll tell you what it is. I'm getting back into the clad stuff. This is like a 2000 Jefferson nickel. It wasn't very far down, so I thought it was going to be fairly new, but anyway, another nickel. So trying to get back to the old stuff. Just got another good coin signal. Is about, I'd say about 5-6 inches down. Something right there. You can see it, the very rim of it. We'll dig it together here. Oh, it looks like a penny. All right. For some reason, they always look bigger to me than a penny, but hopefully it's, it's a wheat penny. So I'll clean it up and find out how old it is. So that's my, what was that, my 4th wheat penny today? Pretty excited about wheat pennies, but I'd rather find maybe a mercury dime or something, but I'll take this one. I'll clean it up and see what I can find out about the date. I cleaned it up a little. I don't know what the date is. You might be able to see it. I can't see it. I've been trying to look through my loop and everything to see what the date is. It's pretty worn. It's kind of a cool red color, so I kind of like the way it looks. But anyway, I know it's a wheat penny, so it's at least fairly old. All right, I'll try to find out later, maybe do it in the wrap-up. Well, I gave it another shot. I think it's a 1952. I'm not completely sure. I think there's a 2 on the end, so 32, 42, 52, one of those. I think it's 52. This house is a 1950 house, so that sounds about right. So I'll go with the 1952 wheat penny. I don't know about the mint mark. I'm not going to look for that. In fact, now I look at it with my eyes, I can see the 52 plain as day from here, but it was harder to see it when I was looking closer. There it is. Yeah, 1952. I don't know if you can see a mint mark. I can't see it, but anyway, so that's my fourth wheat penny for the day. 3 in the 40s, and this one from 1952. Dime signal, and I found a dime. It's from the 70s, a clad dime. Kind of a cool looking color, yellowish orange color. Anyway, my last coin for at least this part. I might come back later this afternoon. It's really hot right now, and I haven't had anything to eat or drink in a while. So I'm gonna stop for now and come back. But so far, I think I'm up to, what was it, 4 or 5 wheat pennies and a toy gun. And anyway, hopefully I'll have a second half of this video later today. So I was getting ready to leave, come back another day. This 1950 house, right next to my truck, there's these big trees, so I thought I'd look in there, and I got a nickel signal, and sure enough, it was a nickel. And if it would have been a year or two older, it would have been a war nickel. It's a 1940, so right before we got into World War II, this was made. So it's a cool nickel. It's old, but it's just it makes it cooler when it's the war nickel because they're 35% silver. So, but I'll take it. 1940 nickel. So that's as old as actually older than the other wheat pennies I found today. So oldest coin today. I'll take it. So there's a little wrap up from a couple little hunts I did lately. One was just for a little while at this between these two older houses, and I found this little gun barrel to a toy. I'm not sure what kind, but definitely looks like the barrel of a gun. Oh, the cat's going to be involved in this video. That's Trilly. Anyway, found several coins, and today was a fun day because today I found this gun. The very first hole I dug around this oak tree, I had a feeling there was going to be something there. And so this turns out it's a gun, toy gun from the 50s or maybe 60s. I think it's Hubley is the name of the company. Really nice looking steers on the either side. Little big old horns, probably long horns. Anyway, it's a real heavy gun for a toy gun. They made them really nice back then, and it still works. Let me show you here. Got the bam. So put a little cap in there, I guess. Oh, dirt. Still got some dirt to clean off, obviously. Found this little tag, probably for a dog that lived around that neighborhood. It says spoiled rotten. I think I looked on the back. I don't think there was anything on the back. I kind of got it with my shovel too. Anyway, so I ended up the other day, I was filming the other day at that between those two houses in that alley. I found this square nail, which is really odd that there was a square nail there. So there must have been some older homes way before those homes were built that are there now. Found a lot of these for like a mouse trap, a little spring. So obviously there's a mice problem. There's a little shotgun shell, and this piece, I don't know, it's real heavy. It almost looks like it has a letter there. I always like to keep stuff with has lettering to try to figure out what it is. I have no idea what that is, but it's really heavy. Found a quarter, a couple nickels, one being a 1940 nickel, so a pretty old nickel, and several 60s pennies, and then a bunch of, older stuff or newer stuff actually that falls apart. Look at that, that's a newer one. And then did real good on the wheat pennies today. I found 5 today and 1 the other day, so I'm up to 6 in the last couple days. Sure would like to find some more mercuries and some more silver dimes or quarters, but maybe tomorrow. Anyway, so all in all, pretty good couple of hunts. Been really hot, so I did the best I could to go as long as I could before I ran out of steam, but I'm going to try to go back over there tomorrow and see if I can finish it off, and then I'll probably end up doing another wrap-up if I find some more stuff. But anyway, really fun. This is my favorite one right there. So see you on the next one.